Welcome back to the Reggies podcast. You're here with three blokes who could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. Another weekend's in the bin. Heaps to discuss in the footy worlds, results, suspensions, injuries, all of it. Massive fight weekend this weekend, fellas.
Yep.
Ferocious Cambosis taking on the Matrix. Tim Zoo's lined up for to fight on the undercard of Terence Crawford on August 3, which is massive.
Fuck yeah.
We had an upset in the F1 on the weekend. Maxi Verstappen
Little
didn't
Lando.
win. Thank fuck for that. Straight up, I just want to say thanks to everyone who wished us happy birthday last Friday. Appreciated all the messages. And I tried to get back to most of yous. Obviously, no one got a reply on Friday. But I tried my best on Saturday. You're the legends. Thanks for that. It's been one hell of a ride since 2 weekends ago down the Gold Coast, that's for sure. I've just been fucking hanging on.
Do you know what it's been
Dear
good
life.
doing, though? Getting back to our Reggie work.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And
Haven't we?
there's no fucking signs of slowing down either.
Well, look, it's fun.
no.
It's fucking fun.
'Cause we got Magic Round, 3 days on her. Straight into my Bucks, 3 days on her. And then a 4-day effort on the Gold Coast to buy a horse.
Yep.
That's back-to-back-to-back weekends too, starting next week.
The shutdown at work has probably saved my liver
Yeah,
for that couple
yeah.
of weeks because
Yeah.
I'd be fucking almost dead.
And your age.
Very keen, though, on that horse. Like
Yeah.
you guys saw the last time, we will be buying one this time and can't wait to get all you guys involved
Yeah.
with us.
We'll have Sarge down there vlogging it again.
Yep.
Pulse Racing will be there with us and everything like that. So looking forward to that. That's at the start of June. And that leads into Origin 1 too. We'll be still down in the Goldie, but unfortunately first game is in Melbourne, I believe. Or Sydney. It's not in Brizzy anyway. Otherwise we
doesn't
probably
matter.
would have went to that too.
Yeah.
Quick shout out from the RRLC, Drew Irwin. He's a member of the RRLC.
Great last name.
He bought, Steve's illegitimate.
Okay, Barbs.
He's bought himself a jersey, the wrong size, even though, obviously not his size. His size had sold out. What a champion. Because he's
Is
bought a
there-
small, he's never fitting into it.
Yeah,
That
it wasn't
is
just a different size
That is
either.
such commitment to the jersey
Just-
and to the show. I think we'll be giving that bloke a message. 'cause
Fuck yeah.
That is fucking unreal.
We're trying to see what we can do because that is dedication.
It wasn't
right
he
there.
wears a large to a medium either.
No.
It was a big
Well, we don't know, but
size
it looked like
difference. Just from, this isn't judgment.
Mate,
This
it
was
looked
just-
like his leg would fit snug on this jersey.
Yeah.
Not saying he's a overweight man. I'm just
Not
saying
at
he's a
all.
big boy.
He's not getting
and
into
he
It's just
was,
a bit of an
small.
observation.
and he was holding it in front of him just saying, boys, I couldn't fit it, but I fucking got one anyway. And
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
Legend.
that was fucking phenomenal. That so we're just seeing what we can do. Keep your phone on loud.
Turn that ringer on.
Righto. Anything else before we get
Mate,
to the footy?
I've got a little thing. So we've been teasing for a while that we'd like to come up with a way to get you Reggies involved with the show a bit. Like, for example, if we've got something that you can relate to and you can ring in and it's just a more streamlined way than trying to send voice messages through socials because it's a fucking pain in the ass. So there's a thing called SpeakPipe. Now, it's a website, speakpipe.com/the Reggies. That's where you go. The link is in our bio. And all you do, we're going to say, right, boys, like leading up to Origin, we want you to give us the best fucking rev up speech you can. Or
Your best
whatever.
Queenslander.
Yeah, or something like that. And all you do is click it, press record, it records your message and submits it so we can play it on the show. Or other things like the Punch Show. We might say, boys, fucking tell us about the best multi that you've seen come off or that you've hit. So
Mad Monday stories.
Mad Monday
Just
stories.
fucking
Just anything like that. It won't be like, not saying it's going to be every single week, but it's just a way to start getting you involved. A lot of shows do it. I think it's great to get the community involved. So if you're keen to leave us a yarn, head to speakpipe.com/Reggies, or it is in our bio. It'll take you straight there. You can leave one now. I don't know if we'll play it or not, But fucking there you go. So get into it. That's a way that we can start involving the Reggies with us.
Something
It's
spontaneous.
2 clicks to do it, right?
Yeah,
From the bio.
you go
It's
straight to the
piss.
bio. It takes you there onto the homepage, and it just press start record. It'll turn your microphone on. You do your recording. You press stop. If you're happy with it, you can submit it. If you want to do it again, you do it again and submit
So
it.
she's not the one time only.
No.
Yeah, so don't worry that you're going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
You've got plenty of chances.
So, but yeah, keep an ear out because I think it'll be fun to start doing a few little segments just based on what the time of the year is or fucking exciting things like Origin and that is always a fucking fair bit of lip getting thrown
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
so
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
yeah, so that's been
Beautiful.
set up
Keen to hear
anyway,
'em.
boys.
Beautiful. Love it. Righto, do we want to get into our work here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Before we start recapping the games, I've just got a quick one on the female refs,
Yep.
boys. Very average comments online about
Below
the female
average.
refs. Well below average, actually, yeah. Because regardless of gender, boys, the referees always cop a flogging every week.
Yeah.
Or, or one of them does, you know. Look at fucking Jace.
Yeah.
He's cops it every
Exactly.
week.
Yeah.
Been demoted.
He was on the touch lines for 2 weeks, you know, because he did a shit job.
Yeah.
So put this fucking gender thing away and just say the ref had a shit game.
Well, no one's saying there shouldn't be pale ginger refs allowed anymore because Jace had a shit game. They're just saying, fuck off, Jace.
fuck him off. Get
Yeah.
him back in 2
So
weeks.
if the girls have a shit game, they'll get demoted. They'll get whatever happens to any other ref. And if
Yeah.
they're not good enough, they'll soon not be reffing. If they're good enough, they will. It's as simple as
yeah,
that.
reffing
They both-
ability does not correlate with your gender.
Yeah, and man,
So-
some of the fucking comments were
Just
brutal,
shows how
eh?
dumb you fucking are. If
Oh,
you say
mate,
shit like that.
she's just the old school mentality
Yeah, yeah,
of blokes.
yeah.
But it's just,
Oi, they were both terrible
yeah.
on the weekend.
They were.
Yeah.
They were both terrible,
Oh,
but
and
it
mate,
has nothing to do with it.
and we'll happily give a ref some curry if they had a shit game, just
Well, I
like
have a
Jace.
feeling we will this episode.
Just like Jace, but just know that it has nothing to do with there as a bloke,
No.
a chick, or an it.
That's right.
Fucking, or an it.
They,
That's a
them.
good call.
Well, mate, we're not writing that off either. Who knows? It could be a shim reffing in fucking 2030.
A shim. Yep. Or a they. Or a tree.
Or that.
Or a tree.
Yeah, anything.
Righto. 12-0 down last Thursday night. Penrith were 12-0 down
Yeah.
to the Rabbits and then just piled on 42 unanswered.
Had us nervous.
80 minutes, boys. 80
That
minutes.
try from the 20-metre tap just summed up the Rabbits.
Yep.
Just what the fuck he is doing there, boys. Come on. And, yeah, the new coach theory didn't work. Benny Hornby, 0
Well, that's
from
what
1.
we were nervous
Thought
when
it
it was
might have
12
for a
0
bit.
We went, holy
was looking
fuck,
good.
Why didn't we really think about this?
It's not going to get any easier for them because
Not
they've
at
lost
all.
Dean Hawkins as well. So they've got their third stringer in.
Jai
So,
Gray, Tass.
so does
Cam
another team
Murray.
have got their third string fucking halfback this week, but we'll get to them in a minute.
We're doing a bit better than that.
Have you seen the Rabbits injury list? It is long and deep.
No.
Very deep.
It's just not what you
Balls
want.
deep.
It's fucking some of the names on it. I mean, they got Latrell back this week, so it looks a little bit better. But there was Murray, Campbell Graham, Latrell was on there. Ilias, the list
Hawkins,
it was
Tass,
fucking huge, man. I'm
Jai
going,
Gray.
Jesus.
It is just getting worse and worse, dude. They're not small, like little niggly injuries either.
I know. They're
They
gone
are
for
like
weeks.
10 weeks, like 3
Just
months long
compiling
injuries.
too with losing the ref, the morale down, injuries. It's just, it's hard to, it'd be hard for the boys to get up and about in the shed.
That's right. I'm not going to blame Rabbitohs' shitness on their injuries. They've been below par with their star players, but it doesn't help
Did
the
the
cause one bit.
Did they end up? What ended up happening with Bennett? Anything? Nothing's happened yet.
Apparently, they're meeting at Magic Round.
Oh,
Yep.
interesting. We might stick our noses in.
Well, that's what I thought. If we see him having a meeting, we'll have to stop in and have a word
Hey,
with
Wayno.
Wayno.
Hey, mate, can we get an exclusive?
Hey, Wayno, why don't you retire, you old cunt?
Yeah, go and enjoy yourself. Anyway, how the fuck did Manly lose from 20-0 up after how many minutes? Was
Mate,
it was half-time,
I
wasn't
had
it?
a look, and this is just a guess, but I think it was before the first half of the first half. Like, it was early in the game, and they were up like 20-0.
At home.
And, like, it's not the punch show, but had 3 legs of me multi. I had Saab to win and Manly 13 plus, and I pretty much stopped looking because we were at the hook up, and I'm going,
Oh, yeah.
we'll just steam home. The boys are on
No,
a
but
roll.
you had other legs.
Yeah.
You had Cherry Evans to score.
Cherry Evans had Turbo Manly 13 plus and Saab.
Saab, yeah.
So I was on. I was fucking on. Like counting coins.
Yeah, you were
Just sums
that
up my
confident.
season this year.
That could
so
not
far.
be a better start to a multi.
Oh, bro.
You get the two that are
yeah.
like a bit, maybe they will.
And it's like when they're on a roll like that, Manly a lot of times just keep it going. And then the milk, like
What
checked
the
the score and I went, what the fuck? And then checked again and they've done it in the end. And you just go, how does that momentum shift?
I remember you
like that?
saying to me, you're like, oi, me multi or something. And I was like, oh, didn't he score? And you just went, they lost. I was like, what?
Yeah, they fucking went down. So, like, credit to Raiders, I suppose. I didn't get to watch that second half. We had a bit on there, but I mean, yeah.
Credit to Raiders, but fuck, that's piss poor from Manly.
Oh, it's
It is,
terrible.
How do
eh?
you leak that many points
That
in the
is
second
terrible.
half? Like, reflection of their defense as much as it is Raiders determining into the second half.
Well, Manly, the lucky bastards, have got back-to-back games at Suncorp coming up. They
Wow.
play the Dolphins this week, and then they got Magic Round.
Oh,
home
Magic
home
Round, yeah,
game for
home
them.
game.
Yeah.
Home game for them.
Plenty of
So-
Manly fans there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But speaking of Suncorp,
Oh,
that game
boys.
Friday, you were there
Yeah.
watching it. You were there watching it.
Yep.
Jason and I were that fucking angry at one point. We turned it
Furious.
off. And lucky we did because it did not get better.
No, it wasn't one of those times you turn it off thinking, fuck, what if I'll stop watching and there's
Yeah.
a couple tries? No, it was fucked.
Oh,
I'm glad
mate.
I didn't watch it
Now,
last
coming
10.
from not anti, but all me mates go for the Bronx. I get a lot of joy out of feeding them shit when they don't go well.
We noticed that at the grand
all this
final.
stuff, but
That was
it
our
sucks
fault.
watching Adam Reynolds
Yeah.
get injured like that. You just go, fuck me, especially the run they've sort of had, and you just don't like seeing it. It's fucked.
I just think about how much that would fuck with you mentally. Trying to persevere, win that premiership. You got that weight on you that you came to Brisbane to win a premiership, and
Got so close last year.
it's not a reoccurring injury. He does his knee and then he does his hamstring and then his fucking bicep just
man.
rips off.
Knew
the bone.
straight up too, didn't he?
He literally grabbed it and just went, nah, I'm gone.
Just so
It
much
is
shit went
cruel.
against the Bronx the whole game.
Yeah.
Just Walsh up to his old tricks, just doing shit that no one else is prepared for.
Yeah.
And then Arthurs breaks his jaw, Renault gone for basically, let's say he's gone for the season because he's not coming
Comes back like 23.
That's what
around
they're
24,
saying, but that's
yeah.
if the fucking rehab goes
He's
perfect.
old.
Because what was the spine at one stage? Half back end, 5'8". There was like
Ezra went off for HIA.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was fucking chaos.
It was
there.
just cooked.
When Ezra went off for HIA, that was fucking. Talk about like the reffing being shit and that. Dean Mariner, I don't think he should have got 10 in the bin. But Ezra going off for the HIA was worse than Mariner getting sin binned.
Yeah.
It was like he didn't need to get a HIA there, and it has fucked us so hard not having a half and 5'8".
I think we were cooked anyway.
we were
though.
cooked.
It
We
was
weren't
like,
going to win. I'm not blaming it on that. It's just fuck, man. It was. We
There
had
was
no
one thing
shape,
after
no
the other
structure.
just piled on.
It was
Yeah.
a domino effect.
Yeah, anyway.
just one of those games, it just sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, the Doggies and Tigers. It wasn't a fucking bad game for the neutral.
22-14.
Good for the Dogs to be down, I reckon, at half time and then show a bit of character and come back and win.
I love seeing the Dogs in the top 8.
It is nice.
I'm not a Doggies
It's
man
weird,
at
eh?
all, but I just like seeing a bit of change like that. where
If
you
the
just
Tigs
go,
were in there too, I'd be the same.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to see
I
them
think
there.
Dogs would be glad that they're in the top 8 because they've had such a star-studded roster come in, and now they're finally getting some results out of it.
Well, they play. It's Penrith versus Penrith this weekend.
Pretty much.
But what about that collision? I thought that the unthinkable was going to happen and Sam Hughes was going to get suspended for running into the ref like
Yeah.
Jerome Hughes did. But
Yeah.
thank fuck, a bit of common sense
Came to their
prevailed.
senses on this one.
Because the ref almost runs into him and he sort of just stops himself from steaming over the top of her. So that was good. What happened
Titans
next?
versus
The
Storm?
Titans, mate. That was a
Fuck me.
close. So the Titans last month has been unreal. They had Golden Point loss down in Canberra, and then they had the win over in
New Zealand.
New Zealand. That was massive on
They had their
Anzac
loss
Day.
against Manly just before that too, wasn't it?
Yep, lost by a couple of
Just.
points. Yep, and then this one here. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they've won one game.
Yeah.
But their last month has been prime.
They're
Which
showing more
stings
fight
even
than
more.
Rabbitohs.
Yeah,
when
I
you
think
get so close.
their total points they've lost by is 6 or something in the last 3 or 4 games.
Talking about stars getting injured, fucking Pap
Yeah,
You
not
just-
for long, but it looked
or a
worse.
6 or something
yeah.
like that. I think it was like a fracture above his plate.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I reckon it's caused him so much grief. I was worried. I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck me, what's he done here?"
Yeah.
I feel bad for the bloke. Can't catch a break.
Seems like he has a good. Well, he shows that he's got a good mentality. Obviously, the bloke would be struggling, but yeah.
He seemed on the socials that he was okay.
Yeah.
So, good on him.
Munster's 200th. How the
Yeah.
fuck's he
Yes.
played 200
That's
already?
what I thought. I was
Fuck,
like,
he's
been in the comp
he's
that
just
long?
prime, eh?
Yeah.
He is just has that Queensland just CQ boy in
I
him.
think he's the best big game player.
He's
in
got
the
to be the definition of X factor.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Fuck, man.
You can't. He's one of those players. You know, you can have a defensive game plan against someone.
Yeah.
Munster, you're just like, fucks me.
We'll just try.
What are you
go
gonna
to
do?
go
Yeah.
at him.
He'll do
Yeah.
anything. He'll shank a banana off his fucking outside of his foot midway through the game, and it'll just land
Yeah.
in a winger's lap or
Great
something.
player to
what
have
can
on
you
your
do?
team in a grand final or an Origin game.
Yes.
where you just go,
100%.
yes, please. Like
He's
that's the
won us
sort
a
of
couple Origins.
that's the sort of shit I think Penrith don't have sometimes in big games when they're so structured, which is great. But it's like when you got a really top-notch defensive team, you need that Munster every now and again to break it.
Yeah. Well,
It's worked
Penrith-
all right from 3 years in a
Penrith
row in
have
the big
seemed to
games.
go all right.
Yeah. I just mean,
I get your
that's
point,
probably
though,
the
yeah.
only.
Luai wants to be like Munster.
Well,
he's just
every
not
now and
good
again,
enough.
every now and again, he can do shit.
Yeah.
But
And it
Does
annoys
Munster
me.
shit.
yeah.
Cowboys, what the fuck, man?
Mate, I said at the
yeah.
start of the year they're pretenders, and they are just shit.
They
now.
are
Not even
hopeless. They
pretenders.
cannot defend.
They just suck.
They
now.
cannot defend. The Dolphins' injury list is through the roof. It's almost as bad as the Rabbits.
Yep.
And they still couldn't beat
Have Cowboys hit the overs line every week?
them. Oh, surely.
Like, as in,
Well,
maybe
they've-
that's a given every week. You
They've
just
had
go-
20
'cause
put
they're
on
gonna
them every
leak
week.
They're probably starting to bump up that,
Yeah.
that thing to 50
They've
plus,
conceded
yeah.
245 points. Fuck.
Oh,
Wow.
that's crook.
They've also scored 229 though.
That's what I mean. The overs is on.
Poor
Yeah.
old Toddy sort of has been roller coaster since he's been at the club, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Had that great season, and
surely-
haven't had anything since.
9 rounds in, you can fix a fucking defensive problem.
You'd think
Surely
For
you can
God's
change
sake.
up your squad. He's just so doing it this way, sticking with this team,
Or just teach them how to slide or something.
It's like I don't get it. How do you be at that level? Like defense wins you fucking games. How do you be at that level and not?
Which is weird though.
Just
You'd-
stop
like they would
points.
have an absolute weapon defensive coach at an
Exactly.
NRL club. So it's not like they've got some pelican off the street teaching them defense. It's
Yeah,
just,
just
I don't know.
fucking tackle low.
Well, they may as well have me out there
Oh,
at the moment.
Yeah. No, I don't know what's going on there.
Also, on the hopeless fucking
Front
train this week, the Wars.
The Bros.
What's going on? The
What's
Knights.
doing?
3 in a row.
I think someone might have mentioned at the start of the year that SJ can't possibly have a season like he did.
Searching someone.
And I
on
have
this.
been
Oh, churred.
I've been chirped for
you
it
have
too.
been churred on TikTok.
Yeah.
bro.
I thought he couldn't have another season, and I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe I was wrong there because he started off like a house on fire. But yeah, we'll wait and see, hey. We'll wait
It's
and
another
see.
strange one because I just can't write them off fully yet.
Who?
The
The
Wars.
Wars. No, you
Because
probably
they could
can't.
show up and win by 40 in front of a fucking sold out Mount Smart.
But that's the thing. Like, you got the teams that can do that. Same as Manly. They could do the exact same thing, but then
Yeah.
they go and lose on the weekend.
Boys, this next game, Thomas Hazelton,
The Shire Derby.
put the boy in your multi.
Yeah.
I had him.
gotta.
Put him in.
3 on
He
the bounce.
Fucking loves tries.
Is he the new forward that we've got to start including, Tom?
Well, mate, he's on a roll now, and I think we'll have to
You've
get
missed
on
it.
and stop him.
You've missed it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the big fella close to the line just somehow
Yeah.
just finds an extra gear and gets over the white paint.
He's been mentioned on the show a few times too. The
has.
Sharks forward pack has been mentioned quite a bit about not being any good.
But yeah.
And here they are just winning every week, and
White
Big
line
Tommy
fever.
goes
Yeah,
over.
the Sharks just decide, though, on that game where they should win well, that no one who usually scores.
It was
Like, either
heaving
wingers.
rain, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that was good.
No wingers, no
Nah.
13 plus.
Nah.
Yeah. You should get your units back if you go 0 from fucking 4 in the multi or something.
Feel bad because it was that fucking shit.
So anyway, the easy tipping round wasn't so easy.
No.
Look, I was happy to get out of there with 5 after I was 1 from 3 after Friday.
Even 4 I was happy with after that shit show.
Yeah.
I had a quick look. There was a couple that got 7 in the tipping comp.
They just know.
They just have no idea about rugby league.
I wonder what one they got wrong because surely it was Manly.
Yeah.
Or they're just Raiders fans.
I don't know.
Because you look at the Broncos Roosters and we were like, yeah, Suncorp, meh, meh, meh. But that was always like a,
Yeah.
you know,
It was
they're
always
both
going to be
in
a close game. Two big teams.
Yeah.
I might get Beck to just throw some tips in for
Yeah.
me for 1 week. We should do a round where we get our misses to pick.
You may as well.
Well,
yeah.
fuck,
probably the
I'm
best
fucked
chance.
now. Like, I'm not winning.
Finns,
now.
reckon-
Finns beating Cowboys, that was probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
But mine just goes off the percentages. That's how she did it 1 year on the highest percent and runs off that. So I
Right.
need to go pick your favourite animal.
See, I reckon you're sort of selling yourself a bit short on that. I'm fucked because I'm 6 points behind first. That is nothing.
Yeah, that's you.
6 points with no joker. That's fucking
That
nothing.
is actually
Yeah, well,
quite
what
good.
am I? I'm fucking 11.
Right. You're on 40. Oh.
Yeah.
What am I?
Just, I'm just trying to pick that upset every week.
I'm 8
And I
points
just
off.
keep getting fucking
Well,
pounded.
see, even in the AFL, I was like, oh, I'm fucked. But I'm 12 points behind.
I've
and
dropped down in the AFL.
When there's 9 games most weeks, like fucking, that's not that hard.
I've
Not
dropped
that
down
much.
to 7th in the AFL. Terrible.
Yeah, that's shit.
I got 7.
9 from 9 last week has made my
What'd you
5
get?
from 9 not this
Did
bad.
you get 7?
I got 5 from 9.
Did you? I got 7. I should have got fucking 8 too, but I changed my tip.
Yeah. Tipping Crows, when I tipped that, we were all getting behind Tom and his gear. I was like, holy fuck, this could be huge.
Yeah, the boys.
Because Port were definitely favourites there.
Yeah.
But, no.
I got
Anyway,
6.
I'm not going to lie. That video that Gilly made was fucking great.
Bit of accountability.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was great.
Keeping us on our toes,
Yeah.
giving us a nice little chirp
Yeah.
from
I
behind
loved
the
it.
lines.
I
Yeah.
fucking loved it.
Otherwise, we probably would have just said nothing.
oh,
let it go on the radar.
Probably would have mentioned it, maybe.
Boys, big signing news. Big. David Fafita.
Yeah.
Potentially on the move from Gold Coast. He's looking at 2 main options are Penrith or Roosters. So Penrith
Seen
offering
that.
him $850K a season.
For how
And
many years?
I'm
did
not
it
sure
say?
on how many years. I haven't seen anything in the years. And then Roosters, I saw was 3.2 or 3.3 million over 4 years.
Yeah.
I would love to see him at Penrith. It just would remind me of having Kickow there. Maybe like when Kickow was there, he might not have done the hard yards and stuff.
Off
but
ball
fuck,
work
he
and
was
that.
good to have just when you needed points and to just break 3 tackles and score, and
Yeah.
that's the Fafita.
Damaging, very
So
damaging. on
I
that
would
edge.
be stoked with that signing.
Surely
at
you
Penrith.
won't go to fucking Bondi, although they are the ones with all the fucking room in the cap.
They have a
And
lot
the
of
brown
room.
paper bags and boats.
That's right.
They don't even need them.
Nah.
Next year.
We're here. Hargrave's gone. Suoli'i, Manu, and now Kiri. That has freed up so much space. Politis, Uncle Nick can just put the yachts and the brown paper bags back in the shed and just fucking offer them $1 million.
Do you reckon they've sort of gone in a bit low, hoping to just snag him, but they've got room to move there? 'Cause
Well, I think every
surely.
big club has that in their favour that they can go low. Because,
Yeah.
like, you think Bulldogs compared to Penrith or Roosters even, like, you have to offer them more from a club that doesn't offer you like a premiership potential to lure them there.
Yep.
So, they're
So the
always
Roosters
gonna,
and Penrith, they've got the ability to
Yeah.
sort of go a bit lower.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
obviously
even
he's going to take a pay cut.
Well, yeah,
for
he's on
sure.
$1 million at Titans, right? And
I think
yeah.
even a bit more,
1
maybe.
point
probably a bit
something.
more. And 850 at Penrith, but it's like you're probably going to win a couple grand.
Well, you're going to be a
well, you're not,
successful
though.
organisation.
They've won 3. That's it, sure.
Yeah,
Fucking
nothing.
hell.
3 in a row. What
Go
is
back
that?
to the Bronx.
Yeah. But I think wouldn't say interesting because I'm sick of Penrith being good, but the fact that they've had just players come through the system to replace everyone that's left, Kickow, Burton, Crichton, all of them, and now they've finally gone for a big name on the market and said, come to us. Not just some Joe from fucking Bathurst who ends up being one of the best players in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've actually gone for a star.
I'd just love to see him there because what I used to like about Kickout was that even if he wasn't getting the ball, the bloke outside of him would have to stay and create room on the outside because if he went, they'd hit him short and it'd be 1-on-1.
Yeah.
You know, where at
Against
the moment.
Kiri.
Yeah, like that sort of shit. And that's what a player like that does out wide.
Yeah.
2 Origin second rows as well. You got Liam Martin on one edge, and then Fafita, completely opposite style players too. Liam Martin is just a fucking like.
But what would Scotty Sorensen do? Go back to the Reggies.
Mate, he'd
He
be
can
a
play
great
bench.
utility.
He's
Yeah.
great off the bench. Yeah.
Do you reckon that'd be about his right price point for feeder?
Yeah.
850, because I reckon $1 million's a lot, or
Million.
more than $1
I
million.
don't think he's
to pay.
worth that.
$1
anymore.
million is that's the whole thing with the clubs who aren't so good. They had to pay that to get him to go to the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
So, and that's why
At the
he'll-
peak of his powers, and you say that, and he's only mid-20s, but like when he really took off at Brisbane, it was looking like, holy, he is definitely $1 million.
Yeah.
And, mate, he's
but,
got a
yeah.
pocket full of cash now, and
That's right.
850 is nothing to throw your nose up at. Like, as in-
When you're making that much money, $150,000 pay cut isn't that much.
and it's not like I think Penrith have proved they might not win the premiership this year or next year, but it's not like they're going to go down to the fucking bottom of the ladder. Like they've got a
He's gonna
great
play
system
top four
there,
footy.
and he's pretty much guaranteed to be in a successful team.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a win-win for both parties, Titans included, because they can free up so much cap space now and go for someone in their spine, go for a hooker or a half, because fuck, like Sam Verrills is good, but he doesn't play much first team footy. And then Tanner Boyd, average. Kieran Foran, old.
And injured all the time.
They need to have their two marquees that they sunk all their money into was Tino and Fafita. So now you got that cap space. Go for a half.
It always interests me when clubs are in that position. Like you're talking Bronx now with Renault, like on the back end.
Yeah.
You're talking Titans about to let go. Well, if Fafita does go, it interests me of who they target and who's available. Because sometimes it's just a matter of there's no guns in that position available. on the
Well,
market.
who are you going to seasoned fucking halfbacks?
Who is there?
Where are they coming from?
Sam Walker goes off contract in the next
Seasoned
couple of years.
good ones, I said.
Yeah, but like, do not be surprised if he moves back up to Queensland.
Yeah, I
next
know.
couple
I
of
won't
years,
be at
reckon.
all. Which
Well, it
will-
might just, that's what I mean. It might just be a matter of who is there, and that's probably the best option.
Yep.
Anyway, we've got a third stringer in this week. It should be good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hopefully the lad kills it.
Yeah, hopefully. We've only
love
got,
to see
we've
that.
only got the Eels, and
Yeah, the Eels will do
nothing.
the opposite of what I tip, so
Gutho's out. No Moses still. Fucking surely.
Walk in the park.
Anyway, that's coming up.
still got the
Moving to
brown
the
arse.
AFL, boys, have we got more league news?
That's
Yeah.
all I thought.
Till
from
the
around.
tips. Yeah.
There'll be a bit of Origin chat coming up soon too.
Oh,
we're about a
yeah.
month. I think we're under a month.
Yeah.
I thought we were exactly a month, but
I think
tomorrow
next
will
week.
be.
I think next week should be the first little taste, first
Yeah.
little look.
I've seen another
under a month.
show put out their predicted sides,
Yep.
and what I loved the most was they're both New South Wales boys. I loved seeing them both. Their Queensland sides were almost fucking identical, man. Especially 1 to 13. There was one or two different, and then maybe one or two different on the bench, which you could argue either way. Both their New South Wales sides were completely different.
Did they?
They had the same halves.
Who
and
they
shit.
have at fullback?
So one of them had Teddy, one of them had Turbo, and then the other one had Turbo on the wing with Teddy at fullback, and the two halves were the same, which I agree with. I know you won't, but I reckon Hines and Cleary got to play half. They had different hookers, they had different. It was just good because this is what happens.
Yep.
We stick
It
to what
happens.
we know.
Yeah,
They
we
try
might
new
do
shit.
we might do a similar thing in the next few weeks. Have a bit of a. It'll be interesting to see without talking to each other what we would do.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's put it this way: like they don't get it, but they have got a harder thing having so many guns, like a big player pool to pick
At
from.
fullback.
Sometimes it's hard not to pick 7 fullbacks.
Well, it is obviously too hard.
Yeah, so they just do it.
Also, whatever we pick will probably be completely wrong because Madge has come in and said, I don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
Origin loyalty.
And we aren't
that
Origin
I'll-
selectors too.
No, we aren't.
Apparently, we have no credibility at all. So.
Zero.
Righto.
AFL?
AFL. Obviously, start with the game on Thursday, mate.
How fucking good!
The showdown.
That is
The
a
fucking
big
nest is
showdown.
cleaned out of all shit.
50,000 of them at the Adelaide Oval. Awesome to see.
I'm on the boys.
All I'll say is 23 scoring shots to 18 in favour of Port, and they lost by 30.
Wow,
That
is
is just
abysmal.
not what you want to hear.
Not accurate one bit.
what's doing there?
5 more scoring shots, and they lost by fucking 6 or 5 goals or whatever.
Just
it
one
was.
of those days.
What do you reckon the crowd percentage was? Was it mostly Crows? 'cause
It
of
was
the
a Crows
membership
home game.
stuff?
Yeah, shoot, they were up and about.
Yeah.
When
Right.
Tex kicked that third goal in the first quarter from outside 50, they
yeah.
fucking went off. So
Fucking oath. You've blessed the new merch as well. You got a win
Yeah.
under your
Yeah.
belt. That's
Not like
great,
mine.
Juju.
Should have brought
New
me fucking
merch.
hat in for this segment. Cheers again, mate, for that hat. She's
Yeah.
a fucking ripper.
fucking legend.
And the shirt.
Leaky from Adelaide.
Yeah.
How's Pedro, mate?
Pedro and Seven Legger were shattered.
Pedro did not have a good night on the footy front on
Friday night was heartbreaking. Obviously, being at that game would have just still been awesome because it was literally
88,000.
Yeah, 88,000, 79 all in the last minute.
Yeah.
But for Nick Dacos to kick the game winner with a minute to go.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Just being there as a
Fucking
neutral would have been
hell.
unreal.
Yeah.
But to be there as a Carlton fan would have
Heartbreak.
sucked.
I texted him. I was like, mate, that fucking sucks. He didn't reply to the next morning, just said, I'm gutted.
Well,
bet you are.
so the Pies have had such a tough fixture going into round 4. They didn't have a win. They had the 2 losses and a bye.
Yeah.
And then they had to play the Lions, which
At
was
the
you know
Gabba.
grand final
That
rematch.
was the
They've
big
gone
game.
into an Anzac Day game, then into a fucking derby game against Carlton. And they're
They've come
back.
out
I
all
reckon
right
they're
in the
back.
last few weeks.
They've stood up.
Yeah, they found their mojo, I think.
Yeah,
For sure.
That was a huge win for them, especially because I believe they are playing the might of West Coast this week. So maybe a bit of
haven't
a
checked yet.
reprieve for them.
Long trip? Or
Nah,
is it at the G?
long trip for West Coast.
Oh, okay.
To the G. So, yeah, they look back. Unfortunately, no one likes to see it.
No, they're not going to win the flag, but
Well, yeah.
they'll be playing top 8 footy, that's for sure.
Yep. What do we have next? Who played
Swans versus Giants, the
next? Yeah.
Sydney derby.
Sydney.
Swans
Just
claim the top spot at the
smacked
table with
them.
that win too. Yeah.
Smacked them around.
Yeah, I'm not going to ride off the Giants yet. They've had a couple tough losses against big teams, but Sydney just fucking look good, man.
Yeah, they
look
do.
good. Other than that one loss to Richmond,
Which was
which
strange.
strange, but probably due for a loss, they look good.
They do.
They are sitting at the top for a fucking good reason.
Wait, does it ever, whenever they play at the SCG, I don't know about the dimensions of the ground, but they always seem to kick bombs from outside 50 at the SCG. Buddy was notorious for it, and they'd just sail through, and you're like, fucking,
Yeah.
how short is that 50? I need
Each
to
fucking
find that out.
ground is different.
Yeah.
It's weird. After that, it's St Kilda beat North.
Yeah.
Nothing really special. I literally
Big
have
win
written
over North.
Nothing special.
Just sets the
I feel like
season
each
up.
win, each week we go past whoever has beaten North and we go, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well-
unless it was our team and there was this team song on the line.
Yeah,
but
and there's actually something on the line.
yeah, but nothing to really report from that. But the next one was the Cats.
Yeah.
Fell short against the D's.
Quino and Barbs up and about.
Barbs
Jace down
was
in the
up
dumps.
and
Yeah,
about
Barbs
big
was
time.
lipping, wasn't he?
Oh fuck yeah.
And just gave him nothing, I see.
Nothing. Not even going to give you my attention, mate. He's fucking been average this year at best.
All I want to say is game of 2 halves, 5 goals total in the first half from both sides. 5
Yeah.
goals, shocking watch.
It was looking
17
average.
goals in the second half. Unreal game. Like fucking crowd up and about on its feet. The Bailey Fritsch ceiling goal was fucking a little dribbler from the boundary that, you know, curved in.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
awesome to watch. I'm just going, fuck, what happened in that first half? Or what did the coaches like go and shake hands at half time and go, yeah, well, fucking, we'll open her up, eh? Yeah. Give the crowd
Righto,
something
boys.
to watch.
Let's actually score something.
Yeah. How about we change our game styles and we'll score some goals?
Well, obviously, Jeremy Cameron wasn't in that fucking meeting because he didn't kick one. Fucking piss poor effort. Like, I love him, and
I
he's
reckon
probably
he's needed that.
yeah.
The
we,
loss.
I think so too. We were due 7 wins in a row. It was like, yep, we've lost. I'm not taking it fucking hard at all.
To the
It's
Ds
like,
too,
to the
like,
D's
yeah.
at the G, whatever. You know, we are not counted out there one bit. But Jeremy Cameron not kicking one
That's strange.
was very tough to see because he is our star forward.
Would have ruined some multis, I reckon.
Fucking oath he would have.
Yes.
After
who'd we have? Frio or were they Sunday?
That was Sunday. We had Bombers
Dons.
in a close one against
Yeah.
West Coast.
It was a long trip.
It was a
West.
long
But the Dons have got it done again in a close one. That's
Yeah.
a few this
Coming
year.
off the back of a close,
Well, the closest.
the closest it can possibly be mathematically. Yeah. a draw, and then to get it done by a goal.
Yep.
In
And
a
they
long
just
trip
got
to the
it
West.
done by less than a goal against the Crows the week before.
Yes,
They're just
that's
winning
right.
the tight ones,
Their
which they don't normally
percentage is not probably going to be looking good.
do. Nah, they'll probably miss the 8 by percentage.
95%.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
quite poor for a team sitting in 5th.
Yeah. So West Coast, probably unlucky in the end, eh?
Yeah, well, Jamie Cripps had a brain snap, man.
Yeah, I
he pushed
saw
over.
that.
I can't remember who he pushed over, but free kick, scored a goal. It was.
It was one of those ones where you go, Essendon probably don't deserve to win this, but they're going to hang on.
Yeah, that's
you just
right.
knew they were going to hang on.
West Coast putting up far more of a fight this season than I expected.
Bloody oath.
They fucking rolled over and died last year, but they have come back this
I
year.
thought that this would be North.
Same.
And West Coast would be doing what North are doing.
Exactly. I was like, you got Alex Clarkson, surely North got a bit better roster. No.
Nah.
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 And then, after that, you had Freo getting it done at the G.
Yeah, against Richmond, doesn't sound unreal.
No,
but
it doesn't.
Freo, not usually the best travellers, but they have had some beauties against Richmond at the G that I can remember.
They have.
That was good for them.
Good on them. And then your poos and wees, you'd be fucking up and about,
Yes.
mate. The
Beat the
Giant
Dogs.
Killers.
Yeah.
Beat the
That is
Dogs.
a huge
You would have been yipping.
Yeah, not good for the Dogs, obviously. That's a poor game for them to lose, but fucking, hey, we were all right. And this is what's going to happen. All year we're going to just somehow, we'll put 4 quarters together and we'll scrap a win out.
That is the first time you put a proper good 4 quarters
And a
together,
side-
besides against North.
The unlucky side that we play will then watch us the next week get flogged by some other
Yep.
team and go, what the fuck?
That'll be the exact story of the season. You aren't back. You'll win 1 in every 6th, and it'll be against some fucking top 8
Hopefully
team.
Geelong next time.
Fuck no. Sicily dislocated his shoulder early in the game and then went on to kick the eventual game-winning
sealer.
goal. That is
Tough
a
effort
fucking
from your
great
captain.
effort
Fucking
from your
oath.
captain.
From your captain.
Bit of a sniff for a
So he
second.
dislocated the shoulder and just kept going, eh?
Well, he'll put it back in.
But
That's tough.
That is tough, yeah.
Not
takes
many
a
do
real
that.
man to keep going after a dislocated shoulder.
That does.
Oh,
And then,
poor bloke was out of it.
The last one was the Lions, the big Rooters. They won the Q
The
Clash.
Q Clash. The big Q
I don't
Clash.
like that name one
It's
bit.
shit,
eh?
eh?
So fucking shit.
You got the Derby, you got the Showdown,
Yep.
and then you got, what do they
Q
call
Clash.
the Sydney one?
Oh, I don't even know, actually.
Fuck, I forgot what they called the Sydney one.
The Kiss Clash.
The,
The Clash of
Clash.
Lips.
Well, I actually look
Shit.
that up. Surely it's got a certain name.
the Clash of Lips.
Yeah.
With your father.
On the way out, the old boys are all lined up in a tunnel.
It says here, the match's former nickname, the Battle of the Bridge, was suggested by Kevin Sheedy because when he was the first coach for GWS.
But what is it actually? I think that sounds right.
Yeah. Hold on, let me do a bit more.
Anyway.
It keeps just saying Battle of the Bridge or
It must-
Sydney Derby.
Must be it. Battle of
But
the Bridge.
surely you could think of something a bit
That's
better than that.
terrible. I
That is
like
terrible
Tom's
as well.
idea.
Yeah.
The Kiss Clash.
That is far better. And it makes
prime.
more sense.
Yeah.
I saw one thing. Logan Morris, he debuted for Lions on Sunday whenever they played. And for some reason, everyone's fucking talking about his Macca's order that he had on game day and, how ridiculous is this?
Sounds like he needs a fucking shirt
Yeah.
in the RRLC.
So he had a barbecue Angus burger in a meal with 6 nuggets and a frappe. That's light work.
On game day, though. That's for an elite athlete.
Whoever the fuck
Mate, I'm-
found that must be hard up for news.
Yeah. Unless I don't know if he just came out and said it
Guys,
himself.
I got a
but-
fucking ripper. I got old mate's Macca's order from this morning. I saw him get it. Breaking.
Did he play well?
I didn't really see his
Whether he played
performance.
well.
Secret to success.
But
I'm a more of a classic Angus man myself.
I just know that,
I'm a double quarter man.
yeah, I'm a double quarter. Actually,
That's
on that
already-
topic, fuck me. So I've been eating like a pig in the last week.
man.
Rewarding
Boys.
myself,
Yeah.
put in the hard yards.
Yeah.
This was probably my greatest effort.
Oh,
yet.
what'd you
So
get?
I had Macca's on the weekend, and I go the large double quarter pounder meal. And Molly had a little cheeseburger meal or something. Could barely get through that, but we're like, we'll share some nuggets. $10 for 24. Rude not to.
Yeah.
And I ended up polishing off 18 of them as well.
Wow.
Really?
That's
I
good.
felt-
Is it 24? Is it back?
10.
It's
10
back.
oh,
So
no.
That is
Yeah.
value, eh?
Fuck yeah.
Out
Like
the
if
arse.
you're homeless and you
$10.
scrape $10 together, a few coins in the gutter, 24 McNugs will
of
get
sweet
you
and sour.
fucking McGowan.
That will get you fucking going. Sprinkle in a large double quarter pounder meal if you're feeling very hungry.
McHappy days.
Can I just have a quick comment actually on the Q clash? Back to
You
the
may.
Q clash.
Yes.
It was like a fucking hospital casualty ward there on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, true.
Injuries.
Blokes going down everywhere.
They had 4 go down, and there was something to do with someone who'd already played a full game had to fucking sub in.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Do they do the same head injury assessment as the NRL
Yeah.
as well? Same protocols, yeah.
So I'm just looking at it here. Look at
He
it.
was, sorry, right here. Logan Morris was one of the emergencies.
Yeah.
He
Oh, there
started.
you go. That's
yeah.
He didn't know he was going to get a fucking kick.
That
Probably.
kind of makes it a bit more
makes it
respectable for the
less Reggie, but more respectable.
Yeah, a bit more respectable.
Look at it. I have to
Started his
scroll.
day by playing.
Oh, is that from the game?
That's fucking like
Oh,
the
their
season.
team.
But this is all from the game. Those 4 there.
Oh.
They're big names. Will Ashcroft, Zach Bailey.
Hammy, concussion, knee and ankle. Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Oh, it was fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
so Logan Morris played in VFL game at 12, and then at 4 o'clock he stopped off at Macca's to refuel, showed up to the Gabba and played.
Good on
I
him.
take back a bit of what I said. That is a very solid effort to go
Can
and
still
play
get him a shirt.
2 games of fucking
I'm interested to
very
see
competitive
how his
professional
stats were
footy.
now compared to other games
Yeah.
having the Maccas
This
in the
might be a
system.
ritual for him. He might have to do it
He had
before
a
every
blinder.
game.
Imagine that. He had a ripper.
Yeah.
A frappe, not the ideal drink though.
That
Oh.
Like if I'm
yeah.
thinking of anything in that order,
But he didn't
But I-
know he was playing.
Yeah,
He
but I-
could not have predicted 4 injuries.
no,
and I'm on.
I just mean a frappe. That's the breaker for me. Like the
yeah,
big
yeah,
thing
yeah.
of
The milk. Oh.
That would just sit in your fucking gut.
sloshing.
Wow. He kicked a goal. He kicked a goal and
he?
5
Yes.
touches.
McFucking on.
Loads.
Eat it every fucking game,
Kicked
mate.
a McGoal.
I'm also trying to find someone. There was a big thing on a suspension that happened, and I think
in the AFL.
it was fucking can't find it, but it was in the Sydney game, I believe, and it was one of those ones where he's braced for impact,
Going
made
for the
contact
ball.
with the head,
Yeah.
and it's so annoying when instead of just calling it and going, look, it was a footy injury, yeah, he'll get suspended because he made contact with the head, but what else was he meant to do? Blah, blah, blah. They're the rules. But all the former players, man, that get on those fucking shows and go, he should be rubbed out for this long. There was intention to go for the head. And I'm just like, no.
Acting like 20,
no, there
30
wasn't.
years ago when they were playing, they weren't going for blokes.
Yeah, I know. And they
fucking
always
heads.
say that. And they say that the game's changed. And I'm like, I get it. He's hit him in the head. He will definitely get rubbed out for 1 or 2 weeks because that's for the fucking rules. But don't say he was intentionally trying to get him in the head when he
that's-
definitely wasn't.
It is pretty obvious when someone is going for their fucking head. You can see their eyes. You
It
can see
just
the way their
shits me
body
when you
turns.
hear journos just
It
purely.
wasn't even a journo. It was a former player. Fucking,
Yeah,
you know
righto.
what I mean?
I just mean like these conversations that are starting to come up in a different game, but like you boys were saying, and I watched a bit of it too. Jimmy Graham and Braith going against those
Yeah.
lads about the kickoff return with the head
Oh,
stuff, like the head injury thing. And yes, it's important, but talking about literally changing the game that people love. And it's like, mate, people know that there's head clashes in both codes.
That's
and it's a
right.
part of it. And you go, obviously, it's not ideal to get knocked out ever.
No.
But fuck me, people love
contact
this game
sport.
because of how rough it is and how tough it is and how full on and aggressive. Like,
Yeah.
that's why they play it.
It is a contact sport. Like, even in boxing, yes, you want to knock out your opponent, but you're not trying to severely cause them long-term
I
damage.
saw someone's comment on that thing with the boys, and they're like, "Okay, so are they going to make boxing just body shots now?"
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing. You
Yeah.
go, "Fucking mate, that's part of it." You know?
There's only so much dangerousness you can eliminate from the game.
Yeah.
Till
full
you go,
contact
till
sport.
you fucking put it down and just say it is a contact sport. If you don't like it, don't play.
yeah.
Yeah, but that'll never happen, which is fucked.
Yeah, the game
It's
will just
fucked.
constantly evolve.
Callum
Both
Brown
codes.
it was.
Yeah.
For a hit on McCartney.
I'm all good for like,
okay.
do you know how these tackles are evolving, like the hit drop and these certain things that they have to wipe out. I'm all good with that.
That
it's
shit
more
can be
like
rubbed out
them
of the game,
talking about being like, take away the kickoff. Like
Take
that's
away
Oh.
kickoff out of a grand final
pull your head in,
or
cunt.
Origin or just a big
the thing everyone
game.
looks forward to.
It is the
Who's
best
kicking
part,
off?
is the first
Ooh,
fucking kickoff
who
of
are they
the
going
game.
to kick it to? And just
Yeah.
watching them steam off the long run.
Yeah.
Imagine
off the back.
taking out the back fence.
Nah, fuck
Yeah.
off. You need a back fence.
You do need one.
It's important.
It is crucial
Yeah.
in the game.
So Callum Brown it was in the GWS Sydney game. Definitely made contact with the head. It was just a collision. Here, it'll just be here. Like he's
fuck
just
me.
braced his shoulder. As soon as you teach players like him, I'll go back again. As soon as you teach players not to do what he did and pull out of the contest, the game's fucked.
Yeah.
You're gone. You will never play another game if a coach sees you pull out of a contest
And I may
not
just
go
say
for
that's
the
right.
footy.
with the ball.
That's what makes some of the best players is like, holy, look at that bloke. He's just head over the ball. He just fucking absorbs contact.
Straight away in that footage, he falls over, puts his hands up, and goes, fuck. Like,
He just knew.
he knew he'd made contact with the head. He went, oh, fuck. And everyone got stuck into him.
Yeah.
But as soon as they fucking got off him and on the ground, he still was like this on his knees, like with his hands up going, fuck, sorry. I didn't mean that. So,
Instant remorse.
fucking David King, shut the fuck up. That's who it was who was making the comments.
He is-
Boys, we've had the World Cup, T20 World Cup squad announcement for the Aussies. No Steve Smith. That's probably the big one.
No Steve Smith.
No Steve
Right.
Smith. No Marnus. Obviously, I don't know. Marnus was probably never really a shout. Mitch Marsh is going to captain,
Yep.
which
Good on
is
him.
cool. Paddy Cummins he's in the squad, so he'll play. But yeah, Marshy's going to captain, which is nice. We've got who we got going over.
What's your
Warner's
thoughts?
playing.
Is he?
Easy.
Yep. So we got Warner, Matty Wade's going over, but we've got
Couple of retirees.
yeah, Josh Inglis will play every game unless he gets injured though.
Yeah.
The Big Show, Stark.
Is that anything to do with Smithy maybe saying he's not interested, or is that just him getting left out because he's just not good enough in that form, you think?
Yeah, I think what they try and do is just load the top 3, 4 with just big hitters.
Yeah.
And they just swing. But he'd be good to come in at like 5
I
or
just
6
think
though,
having
you know?
at least him or a Marnus there for a bit of stability if the
Yeah.
boys are all, I don't know.
But even then, you're like, you want to just stack your top 6 and if you get bowled out for 100, it's the same as making 130 plotting around, you know?
yeah,
Is Fraser McGurk in the squad?
Nah.
What?
He also missed out, yeah.
That kind of goes against the whole they want.
I'll tell you what, the fucking bowlers will be looking forward to the end of the IPL because it has just been a hiding one-way traffic for the bat.
Just showing up each game knowing I'm
Just
going
concrete
to have
slabs.
an economy of 20.
Just small grounds and batsmen who have taken the initiative to try learn new shit.
Yeah.
And bowlers that just bang it in.
on goat tracks.
Yeah. So I think that starts in June, I believe.
Where? Oh, it's in America. That's
America
right.
and
Yeah.
the West Indies, yeah.
That'll actually be
America.
pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Are they just going to play at baseball venues?
Couple of games. Nah, there's actually cricket grounds over there.
Wow.
They play cricket over there.
there's that many of the
probably.
fuckers in America, man. They'll probably sell out a stadium playing marbles, so it'll probably get.
You've only got to get a tiny little percentage
Yeah.
of the population interested, and it's fucking 1 million.
West
So,
Indies, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
It'll be like fucking the heart and soul of cricket.
June 6th, we got our first game.
Everyone will just be bombed up in the crowd.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
I mean, yeah.
Big Chris Gale's there.
They talk about like the smog levels in India, but in the West Indies, it would just be
That's
joints
fog.
and bongs.
Yeah.
Just
June
clouding
6th,
over the field.
Rasta.
June 6th, we play
Rastafari.
Oman.
Mr. Lova.
Probably win that one. There's fuck all games, actually.
They gotta be Mr. Boomba.
We play the
Back
Poms,
to it.
but in the group, boys. We play the Poms, so that's good.
How's
We've
it
got-
like the
We've got
format work?
Oman, England, Namibia, and Scotland.
It is wild seeing the difference in teams in T20 World Cups compared to ODI.
Oh, hang on. We've got
Felt weird not just spraying the English.
yeah, they've got away with a few recently. Well,
We actually haven't.
there's been a few things in the RRLC. Don't think we've missed them about Bairstow.
I think we'll
doing
make
shit.
up. I think we'll make up for it come cricket season. So no stress.
Probably
Yes.
will, yeah. I'd say we will.
New South
Probably,
Wales is about
definitely.
to cop it first, though.
Yeah, we'll get into
Probably
that.
They
better.
share the
I
workload.
think we're about to drop a few listeners for a couple of months.
Oh, but we're still fair. We
Yeah,
don't just
for sure. If we get beaten, we will say we got beaten.
Queensland
That's
lose
right.
20, it'll never happen. But if we lose 20-0 or 30-0, we'll sit there and say how shit they were. But
Fucking
it
oath.
just doesn't happen.
It's not our fault that New South Wales is the team that is shit.
We'll win
so we rip
2-1,
into
put it
them.
that way.
Yeah.
We'll win the series 2-1. It's hard to get a whitewash.
Yeah, it is.
So when the game that we do happen to go down in, we'll fucking...
Like we did last year.
Exactly.
We lost the third.
We had already won the series there, though, so it might be different if...
if that is a decider.
Look, if they win the first two, it will take every ounce of me, but I will say it fairly.
Well, I believe the third one is the one in Brizzy, so... Which is, worrying because
Wow.
we've got two, Sydney, Melbourne, and then Brizzy, I think.
Well.
Big boxing card last night,
Big.
boys, in Japan. Undisputed bantamweight division Inoue, I think his name is. He got dropped early and then he came back, dropped old mate twice, got the win in round 6 in front of the home crowd in Japan. That would have just been
That'd be
unreal.
huge.
There was an Aussie, Jason Maloney. He fought on the card. He lost his WBO bantamweight title. But old mate nearly fucking ran out of gas, eh? Like he was leaning forward with his head, with his hands down on his hips in the 12th. Couldn't pick him up, just getting peppered, and he's got saved by the bell.
Wow.
And if there was half a round, one more round, but credit to him, he won.
Yeah.
So
12 fucking rounds.
12 threes.
What? That is, I don't know if you can actually physically get fitter than being able to do that.
Yeah.
That is
For that.
insane.
Maybe run a marathon or something.
I think that'd be the equivalent. Like
Surely.
in the sports. That's fucking
Yeah,
wild.
Sammy Goodman was over there.
Yes, went in the ring after, and
Yep.
I think he said he's been mandatory for that belt for a year.
I don't know if it was Inoue or if it was this fella that Maloney fought. Because
I
they were
think-
both bantamweight.
I thought it was anyway, but that's
Yeah, hopefully
I'm
it
pretty,
is.
I'm pretty sure I watched it like on a reel this Sav, and I have a feeling that it is. If it's not, sorry. But
Hopefully it is. That'll be sick.
I think it is because he's been a mandatory world title challenger for over a year now, and I think that's. I watched the thing of Sam Goodman say, "Hey, I've been mandatory for over a year now, waiting. Let's fight."
Yep.
So I hope that it is, and he gets his shot.
Fuck yeah, good on him.
Fucking oath.
Well, they wouldn't have brought him into the ring if they weren't going to give him a shot.
Yeah, I
don't
know,
think,
but
to-
that one before that where Maloney fought, that
Yeah.
was for the WBO.
I think the
bantamweight.
bloke in there had more than one belt
Yeah, sweet.
around him.
Mint.
So
Canelo Alvarez also defended, and look, if I've got this wrong, apologise, but I think he's unified his undisputed super middleweight titles because his fellow countryman was an interim WBC champion.
okay.
Even though Canelo was still the champ, there was an interim. So anyway, now
Right.
that was at super middleweight. So I think that he was some sort of interim champ for the division. Canelo's still the champ anyway. Dropped
Yeah.
him in the 4th and then just took his time and
Yeah.
won on the scorecards. The Yanks are fucking carrying on saying that he's avoiding this David Benavidez. Big Benavidez was the WBC interim super middleweight champ on 2 occasions in his career in like 2018 and 2020. So far, he lost it once after testing positive to cocaine, regained the interim title again, not the real one, the interim one, to miss weight and lose it again. But
he's a
he
Reggie.
won that fight.
That
So he
is-
lost. It was one of those weighed in, over, won the fight, lost the belt.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got on the Colombian marching powder. Is this after the fight or before it? Did he go in steaming?
Nah, I think it was after.
Yeah,
It
right.
was just one of those VADA voluntary test things. So
Wow. And then he had too many dog's eyes.
he's a Reggie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good on him.
Well,
That's probably the best 2 ways to lose
I
a
want-
fight. Like, it's... Like, I'd rather that than get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. But he didn't lose. He's undefeated.
That's right.
We don't
To lose your
condone
belts.
taking drugs here.
No, of course not.
No.
We're saying if you had to
If
lose
you-
the belt,
You'd rather not actually get
yeah.
knocked out.
you'd
That's
rather be
right.
undefeated and lose the belt and lose it
If
to
that was your kind of thing,
Yeah.
indulging in that, that would be a good way.
In
Not
illicit
us.
substances.
Yes, not us.
right. I reckon, in saying all that, I reckon Canelo has every right to just take his time with fighting the cunt too. Because
Fucking
he's
oath
just
he does.
like, hang on a minute,
Fuck
mate.
yeah.
You done this, you done this.
I
I'll
don't
fight
trust ya.
these blokes, and then we'll talk about you.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Ferocious Kambosos this weekend
Very
against
exciting.
the Matrix, Vasily Lomachenko. Unreal for him to come to an agreement to fight in Australia again, in
Yeah.
Perth. You can vouch for how good Perth gets around
Oh,
it.
man. Fucking oath. Is it in that Rack Arena?
Yep.
Yeah, man. That atmosphere
yeah.
in that joint, when you got an Aussie fighting like Volk or Kambosos, fucking brilliant. And
Yeah,
it's all
that's
closed
prime.
in. It'll go off its fucking head.
Two-time gold medalist. Is lovely to watch when he's on Big Vasily, but I hope that George can pull off the big upset.
That would be huge.
Like he did against Teofimo Lopez. That was
Yeah.
fucking unreal. And
Yeah.
that's the sort of odds you're fucking getting.
Yeah, I
from
think
him too.
isn't it like $5.80
He's
or
paying
something like that?
$5.80
Wow, I
Yeah.
didn't think it'd be that much. I thought
Psycho.
it'd be threes.
for a fight.
yeah, fuck
know?
me.
Yeah.
Cheers for putting it on Mother's Day too.
Yeah,
by the way,
I was
guys.
going to say, I was just confirming the actual date of Mother's Day. Of course, I know it, but before I said anything, I was just confirming. 12th of May is Mother's Day, which is the day of the fight. Now, George and promoters, I don't know if you know this, but Mother's Day, I don't think the boys, hey, Dale, I'm just going to chuck on George's fight. Like, fuck you are, cunt. It's Mother's Day. You've lost 50 grand off the bat.
At 12 too, like smack bang on
Yeah.
lunchtime.
Yeah,
Lunch,
like
brunch.
boys, fucking bit of eyes up footy. What are you doing?
At least make it like 3 or 4 o'clock.
Like
in the
all jokes aside, right?
Probably
all jokes
will be.
aside, the women who just know that we love all sports and we're saying, babe, Georgie's fighting. He's fighting Lomachenko in Perth, babe, in Perth. Fuck off. It's Mother's Day. That's what
right.
we'll be
Yeah.
getting. So,
Yeah.
boys, you just
It's not.
yeah.
It's not known enough. It's not like I've said George Kambosos heaps of times,
Exactly.
and I have posters of him in my room. She go, all right, that's fair enough,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
You can
Yeah.
go watch that. Like,
We're
who the
trying to
fuck
get-
is George?
Look,
and
will
why do you
I?
want to watch him?
Worst case scenario, will it be on my phone, on my lap somewhere, KO, getting
Probably.
it done?
Will I take
Probably. But will
a
I will be able to
20-minute shit?
sit back with a heap of shit I've smoked in the smoker, blind, watching it and yelling? No, I won't.
Fucking.
We
you
have
know
to
where that
adapt
piece
this
of
Sunday.
shit you'd smoked was going there then.
Oh, well, anyway, it wants.
while we're on the topic.
Yeah.
Good stuff from Tom and I.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was a bit of a drop ball, but that was, nonetheless, I'm
We'll
fucking
see how
pumped
we go.
for
I
him.
reckon we'll be able to get it on.
And I think, what he did against Teofimo,
Gives him-
you can't write him off.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know, very hard fight for him. Obviously, that's
He's not
why the odds are
fighting
like
Devon, who's just going to tap him and run. So he is fighting someone who
that. He's very skillful.
he's very. I know, but he stands in the pocket though.
yeah.
Yep.
He doesn't just jab and run.
But
Like,
honestly, his self-belief, drive, and determination is fucking inspiring.
Yeah,
Kambosos.
yeah,
He
yeah.
believes in himself that hard, trains so fucking hard, and his whole life is dedicated to it. Like, he doesn't get enough raps in Aussie boxing, I don't think. Like, obviously, the whole footy crowd and that is the no limit sort of thing, and everyone
Yeah.
on that card. But Kambosos, mate, is fucking, he's
Fuck yeah.
unreal.
Up
Unreal.
there. He's
I'll
up
be,
there to
I'll
big
be
dogs.
really.
hopefully it's a sellout and everyone in Perth gets around it because he deserves it. And
Yep.
fuck, man, if he's way more than this, but if nothing else, he's definitely a fucking puncher's chance to win.
Fucking
And
oath,
he
mate.
is way more than that. The bookies have got it wrong. Get on
Andrew
Bluebet.
Maloney also fighting on the card too.
Yep.
As an
I
undercard.
wonder if it's any relation.
Brother,
to
they're twin. I shouldn't say twins without knowing, but they look
I
fucking
know.
very similar.
very similar.
And they're both.
well,
guns.
hopefully he can turn the luck for the family this week.
Yeah, so I think he's the fight before Georgie Boy. So
Yep.
Nice.
we got two good fights on that card.
Fucking oath.
To look forward to. Mums.
And
Remember,
wives.
they're both Aussie mums and wives. Like, just let us.
Yeah.
We won't annoy you.
Give us an hour.
Come on.
Boys, another bit of major boxing news for me is Timmy Zoo's lined up to fight Virgil Ortiz on the Terence Crawford undercard on August 3. Something else on August 3 that I've got to do. Can't quite put my finger on it, but
We're in it.
yeah, I think I'm getting married. But anyway, after what happened in Vegas last time with the loss, it's fucking unreal to me that he's been... Because in my head, I'm going, he's lined up to win that, Crawford to win his fight, and then Crawford to call him out.
And, mate, that's the thing with Timmy. Like, he could sit there. There's an injury to Fundora, from that fight. He could sit there like Zarafa did when he was mandatory for so long just to get that shot. But like he said, he's an old school fighter. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Moves on from the loss, fights the next best cunt, and keeps going forward. If he has to earn another spot, he just keeps doing it. That's why I love him.
Yeah.
You can't not like his mentality and the way he goes about shit.
Yeah.
Tough as fuck, old school. See his socials, he's over training with his dad.
Yeah,
Like,
saw
that's
that.
just sick to see.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, good on him. I'm pumped. I fucking love him.
Hopefully that happens because, like I said, it's all sort of lined up for both of them to win and then go, all right, let's fucking scrap.
Yeah,
you
it would
know?
be cool.
That'd be unreal. This Ortiz butt has pulled out of 3 fights since 2022, so let's hope we get there for starters. And he's also got a 100% knockout record, 20 from 20. So, look, obviously he's not going to be dumb enough to look past this bloke.
Yeah. Oh, no way.
Because he's clearly fucking a
He's
But
worth
great
it, yeah.
What
boxer.
is good is he isn't 3 meters tall.
Yeah.
That
and
helps.
Tim
That
should have
will-
healed the scar by then.
Hopefully.
Yeah. No, you're right. But very,
Exciting fight.
alarming for 20 from 20. Like, that's fucking pretty
That
impressive.
pumps me up.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get some good odds for Timmy and not $1.20.
Yeah.
Would be good
yeah.
for a change, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be unreal. So that'll actually be,
So that's confirmed, is it? That's locked in?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
From what I
Vegas?
could see.
Yeah.
Nah, it's in Saudi.
Oh,
So no limits working with them.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
that means it's going to be like a Sunday morning as well.
Yeah, it'll be after I get married.
So we'll be still up.
Yeah, you'll be getting to watch that too, for sure. Yep.
Let me just fucking...
Hang on, Dale. Timmy's off.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, God.
Let me just fucking see if I can find this. I just had the card up just before we rolled in here. I'll get it up. It's on my phone here.
Who's Crawford fighting?
The boxers, Madrimov.
Okay.
Some Madrimov fella.
I'm a casual
Oh, hang
in
on.
general, even in
Sorry,
Australian boxing.
sorry, hold
now.
up. It'll be in LA, not
Okay.
in Saudi, but they're working with some sheik. With
Oh
it,
yeah,
like
the deadly fella over there.
Riyadh season. It's called.
I'm only just starting to get my names in Aussie boxing sorted.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
am just absolutely hopeless with the deadly American fellas still, eh? Like all the blokes they're talking about Canelo fighting and that, I just haven't.
Quite unfamiliar with him
I'm
myself.
looking forward to learning and seeing, but I just can't even comment
So-
on any of
There's
them.
just so many fucking fighters.
There's
in
a
boxing,
fucking
man.
there's a fight card poster and everything.
Oh, yeah?
But then it says Zoo's management has been in discussions with the Saudi promoters in recent weeks, so possibly not confirmed.
Okay, well,
Copy.
But there's a fight card.
there's a
poster.
There's a fucking poster, boys. And they
There's a
wouldn't waste
poster.
money on posters if it's not happening.
That's right.
Righto. The F1 results.
Do it, Tom. That was the best one yet.
That was unreal. Holy fuck.
That come from my mouth.
That come from me gob. Oh, bruh. That was fucking epic.
That was great.
Oh, me mate, he sent the thing in. I didn't think he had.
Oh, did he?
At
the
fucking
recap.
4:30, he sent the recap in.
Oh, well, we'll have
Our
to make it
recon
happen.
artist.
We'll have to let him do it.
Yeah,
We'll have to let him do it.
Let him go.
I'll have to jump on the Bluetooth, Quino. Are you on it? Righto.
No, I am not.
We'll do a bit of fucking mick.
Yeah, take your time. I can just.
Oh, there's 2 Roadcaster Pro 2s because one of them will be that cunt.
It's usually the bottom one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I went the top. Are we on the air? Let's just stay on the air. The Reggies will love this shit.
Yeah, stay on there. This is what the Reggies is all about.
That fucking F1 noise.
Hitting it.
That was fucking unreal.
What inspired you to just
was
go
like
the extra
actual-
mile today?
I don't know. It's
Formula
really
One
ripped
engine.
in. It's the beer, man. It's fucking. I'm just enjoying myself.
How'd you
here.
know it's always the bottom one? That's why the fuck.
That's
would it
just
be the
something
bottom
Quinn
one?
would know, though.
It's done it a few
Anyway, we're
times.
on.
We on?
He's a
So-
big Bluetooth guy.
Big Zachariah Avali. It's a 3-minuter. So I reckon it'll be a good recap. It was just good to see fucking Red Bull didn't win.
Tommy, I bet you're fucking buzzing for this motorsport segment.
Fucking nice, bruss.
I've been given this job thanks to G1 for shitting the bed last Grand Prix. This weekend had a
what I do.
sprint and a Grand Prix race. Sprint qualifying, Daniel Ricciardo 4th, which is a brilliant effort, and Oscar Piastri 6th. Started the sprint race. Hamilton takes out 4 cars, including Lando Norris. Absolutely holed him. And then Danny Rick, after the safety car, drove like he was towing a fucking caravan, slow around the corners and fast. Any opportunity you had to pass him. Nico Hulkenberg drove like a fuckhead and gained a shitload of penalties. That's brilliant to watch. Ricciardo finishing in 4th and Oscar in 6th. The actual qualifying, Danny Rick qualified 18th.
Terrible.
And then got relegated to last due to a penalty he received at the last event, which if you use the Reggies as your fucking F1 highlight reel, you'd have fuck all idea about this because Groper didn't mention it. Anyway, he got holed, then passed a guy back who passed him after he got holed under safety car. A lot to explain,
This is
Tommy.
great.
I don't want to bore you too fucking much.
That's brilliant.
And Oscar qualified 6th again. In the race, Sergio Perez tried to take out.
This was unreal.
Sorry, a fucking truck's beeping behind me. Fucking, what the fuck you doing? Sergio Perez tried to take out Verstappen and both Ferraris at the start of the race. Got Oscar into 3rd, and then he proceeded to pass up into 2nd, 2.4 seconds behind Verstappen. Then Verstappen manages to take out a bollard, causing a virtual safety car. Piastri then takes the lead, which is brilliant. Everyone's keen. Oscar pits and hands the lead to his teammate, Lando Norris. Nico Hulkenberg and Logan Sargent both ran out of talent and fucking binned it. Really big shunt. I'm sure the Williams team will love fixing that car. Norris pits under safety car, which means he's got a shorter pit stop time, which brings him back out into the lead. Has a brilliant start off the restart. Drives away from Max, pulls 2nd in 2 laps. Oscar, battling for 4th or 5th, makes contact with Carlos Sainz, causing him to lose a bit of his front wing. He pits, comes out last, drives back to 13th. And Lando wins his first ever Grand Prix after 110 races, 15 podiums. Brilliant effort by him. He was very happy. Everyone was very happy. Oscar had a shit weekend in the end, finishing 13th and Ricciardo 5th. That's all the motorsport that was interesting this weekend. Oh, yeah.
That was fucking
Great
unreal.
recap.
Tell you what.
Zachariah!
Tell you what, I reckon if that was his interview, he's got the job.
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
There was enough in there. I got to admit, there was a little bit when I was starting to sort it, and then he hit me back with binned it or some shit, and I'm like, see, if you make a yarn interesting, I'll listen to fucking anything.
That's
and
right.
that was good. Good on you, bro.
Oh,
Genuinely
man.
intrigued in something I've never really been intrigued in.
That was unreal.
There's our
He's
motorsport man.
Spot on. Sergio Perez has nearly fucking got himself sacked at Red Bull, I reckon.
Oh,
because he's
wow.
ducked up the inside on the first corner, going way too quick. And as Max has turned the corner, he was millimeters, man, from just T-boning him and taking both Red Bulls out on the first corner. And I would have loved to see it because I would just want to see what Max would have
So
done to
nearly
him.
demoted to
me.
mother.
Oh, man. It would have been hectic.
Taking out the superstar Max, and that's their trophy boy.
The
Big repercussions.
the ride of emotions that, like you said, that Danny Rick would have went through because he's finished 4th in the sprint race. Sometimes they do these little sprint races and then they have the main one after. Finished 4th, and then I don't know if it was the same day, but I assume it was the same day. qualifies 18th, gets demoted to 20th, and
That
you
is
just go,
tough.
yeah.
He also did not let you forget that.
No,
you
that's
stuffed
good.
Up.
That's good. It was a fuck up. I got this. I
funny.
said Red Bull went 1-2. They did not. But yeah, good on Lando. It was good because he won, and it was a genuine win because, well,
No one can dispute
I reckon it was a genuine win. He pitted under the safety car, which means you make time up.
Yeah.
Like you make a lot of time up on the field. So that's a bit of luck there.
Yeah.
Happens to be a safety car. Other blokes have already pitted.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's in front, and when they do those restarts, the leader gets to decide when they take off. So they're just going so slow, and then the leader gets to decide, bang, we're going.
Yeah, right.
But there was 20 laps to go still.
Yeah,
And
right.
Verstappen was in second, and he pulled away from him. So, like, normally that Max would have just went around the cunt and won by 15 seconds.
Do what Max does.
But no,
No,
he
no.
didn't have the fastest car, which was just prime to
Did
see.
Max have a bit of a sulk?
Nah, he just said once we went onto the hard tyres, the fucking performance wasn't there. So he blamed the car, obviously.
Yeah, so did he
Funny that.
didn't give Lando his credit?
Funny that it's the car.
I reckon he would have given
Yeah,
Lando
surely,
his credit. But
surely.
yeah, awesome. Like you said.
Lando, is he a pom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, still good on him.
Zakaya, good work, brother.
Yeah, that was
Cheers,
unreal.
Zach.
Perfect. 3-minuter. Give us a fucking few drive-bys, which were well and truly deserved.
And if you didn't, you probably wouldn't have got the job.
That's right.
Great. That was prime. Let's go do some tips.
Let's
Do
do
some
it.
tipping, because tipping's easy as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Easiest 8 from 8 week ever last week.
Righto. Well, we'll kick us off. Is someone going to get the app? Oh, yeah. You're away.
Yeah.
You're all over.
Dolphins versus Manly.
The double Suncorp for Manly, the lucky bastards. They got an
Yeah,
away
fucking
game
hell.
this week into a home game at Suncorp next week. I'm going to say that they are going to come out and thump the
Me too.
fucking Dolphins.
I feel like if they didn't lose last week the way they did and probably get a little bit embarrassed by the performance, it would have been a bit harder. And look, the Dolphins will probably win now, but I'm going there.
I'm going Manly.
I'm with you, is that Manly will win, but the other
Thump,
tippers
I
do not
believe I
agree
said.
because they think 54% believe that
But
Dolphins will win.
That's perfect. This is
That
me
is
round.
perfect. This is the 8 round.
This is me round to make yardage.
And then after that, Bluebet Stadium Friday night. Penrith taking on the Dogs.
I'm tipping Penrith A, but look, I hope Penrith B come out and have a good game.
Look, weird things have fucking happened.
Yeah. Well, I'm
And saying that, Penrith.
yeah. It's what is it? The 6 o'clock game Friday. That's perfect for them. It's great. It's a great position.
It is. And then finish off Friday night. Brisbane take on Para at Combank.
$3.15 value
Is it
for Para.
nice?
Wow.
So you're tipping them?
Yep.
Beautiful. That Bronx will win.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, we
So
will.
I just think while you're down, I'll just fucking.
it's one of
heap
those. Look, if it wasn't,
call.
obviously I'm tipping Brisbane. If it wasn't the Bronx, this would be one where you could make ground
on.
up.
Well,
I reckon.
look, and there's I need ground.
It's 84% to Brisbane, and we've got fucking who's playing halfback again?
Josh someone.
Josh.
Yeah.
I forgot his
And
name.
best of luck to him. but
Josh.
He's played one game, and it was in that Reggies game.
Can you,
Josh
make up,
Rogers.
can you make up where he's from, Jace?
I'll say fucking Longreach.
Yeah. Josh
that'll
from
do it.
Longreach.
It's
Yeah.
probably fucking dad kiss up.
Yeah. But yeah.
Hopefully, because then he might have
So
a bit of go.
obviously
Bit of
you
dog
boys are
in
going Brizzy, but I think that percentage shouldn't be like that though.
Nah.
Like that
He's
Yeah.
from Perth.
look, Bronx should win, but
There you go.
There you
big
fucking
rugby
go.
league
And he
state.
slipped through the cracks of the West Coast
Yeah.
Eagles.
Well, he was
obviously.
born in Perth. That's what it says here. He's 27 years old.
Mate, playing his second
Still
game.
lives there. They
Jeez.
flew him over.
They would have had to.
Playing his second game at 27. Fuck, he
Plays
must
in the
be-
local
must be
Perth
have a
comp.
blinder. I hope he has a blinder.
Yeah.
I'll back him.
I'll give him some shit here, but I definitely want him to be amazing.
I'll back him.
And then Saturday, 3 o'clock at Scully Park. Where the fuck is that, boys?
I was thinking of where Big Skull was as well.
Better than
I-
a core or something.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
got to be. Anything's better than a call.
Look,
Marley
it's not
Brown
a big
is.
stadium though. Surely Scully.
No. Whoever Scully
Is that a Tigers home game? The big
Yeah,
skull.
it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go the Tigs.
Are ya?
Yeah, I just think
I think
they
it's
go
a-
well at the suburban grounds.
Yeah, it is. I reckon this is a definite fucking game where you can make ground.
I'm making ground.
Are
boys.
we all going to make some
Do you
ground?
remember Newey are shit? They've won their last two without Ponga, but
not convincingly.
Nah,
making
but they
ground.
still have. They beat the Wars.
The Tigs at home at Scully.
Yeah, Tigs at Skull.
The Tigs at Skull, all three of us are fucking on it.
Yeah, fuck
Up
yeah.
the Tigs at
Up
Scully.
The Tigs. And this is also a ground maker, I reckon.
Yeah,
This could
Dragons
be a
versus
ground
Bunnies.
maker. Like, do the bunnies come out?
I'm going Red V.
Oh, it's at Jubilee. If it was at Win, I'd tip them straight up. They haven't lost at Win all year.
Yeah,
They win at win.
They just win. At
They
win.
do.
I'm still going to go the Dragons here.
Yeah.
Are ya?
I'm going
You
the
can't
V.
trust South Sydney.
Oh,
eh?
they just
I've
dog shit to
fucking
watch.
can't.
and-
Actually, hold on. Let me see who their spine
Trell's
is.
in.
Is
Trell
Trell
is
in,
in.
and then Whiten and Cody Walker in the halves? No. Dion,
Yeah, who the fuck's Dion?
no. The only way I was
Is
going to
Whiten playing
overturn that,
centre?
Whiten's playing centre.
Trell?
Trell fullback.
Oh, man.
Michael Cheekham centre.
I'm tipping Souths.
Yeah.
And then
tipping 'em.
Shibasaki has came in.
Wouldn't
like,
be weird
last
if they
week as
did win.
well
I
to
just
the Bunnies.
have to see them.
You got to see him. I know. I
Together.
see what you're saying there.
But you need to, if you're going to make ground,
If they-
Well, that's fucking.
I've tried to make ground in 2 or 3 other games already, so I'm not trying
Yeah, that's
here.
right.
We're not
I know.
great ground makers.
I know.
So
And
this will
then-
be the one to make ground on.
now I look at this and I go, is this a ground?
Fuck. Nah.
I can't do 3 grounds in a row.
Sharks are flat track bullies.
They are.
Melbourne will win this.
But who's playing fullback?
For who?
For
Probably
Melbourne.
be Meany, but let me double
Oh,
check.
the nice man.
It is Failonga. Wow.
Oh yeah, actually he's
He
fucking
scored
good.
a fucking great try.
I'm going Storm.
Just because of that.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm not doing it
I was
purely
going
because
to
of that
anyway.
myself,
I was
but-
just worried who was,
Yeah.
but I was a fan of him when he
Melbourne,
played last.
Munster,
Yeah.
Wishart still playing in the halves.
Yeah, Hughes is out too.
Hughes is out.
Is he? Hughes and
Ooh, yeah.
Boys, nah.
Jerome Hughes
that's a
left
lot
out
closer
of the squad.
now. With those
He
two.
played through a calf injury last week and is replaced by Wishart. Oof. Yeah, it's
fuck.
become hard.
What he is doing?
I'm sticking with Melbourne.
I'm going to do
Just
that
because
as well.
Sharks
Yeah.
are flat track bullies.
Yeah.
Me too. But don't be surprised. Little multi there
Ichi.
for you.
Little
Sharks
Ichi.
with Big Tommy to go
Cheech.
over.
That's an
Two-legger.
Ichi. I'm going with the pack here for sure. The Chooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And then
I'm going the Titans.
Are
Same.
you
Yeah,
really?
fuck the
yeah,
Cowboys.
fuck
They
the
Is
Cowboys.
a ground maker.
Is
Oh,
it?
boys,
a
4
ground maker.
groundies.
I can't do another
A
one.
lot of ground making.
I'm doing the Titans. I just think I'd enjoy watching them win against the fucking Cowboys who shit me at the
The
moment.
Titans last month, like we said, they're fucking combined.
They're due.
The
I think
combined
I'll-
losses for 6 points or something in
Wait,
3 losses.
The multi odds for my round are 102.
Wow.
Put that on.
I've only got
Making
40.
ground.
I think I've figured out one of my multis for Thursday night's show as well. Titans, overs, and Brimson.
Really?
Well,
Overs is nice.
Cowboys
I
will
like that.
score 87 points and
Overs will
lose.
probably be 60 and a half though.
Oh.
Yeah, surely. Both just
Fuck,
leak
man.
tries
What do I
in.
do there? I don't know. I think I should tip the Titans, but I'm going to go the Cows. I'm going to go with the pack on that one.
The big
Yeah, righto.
Queensland derby.
Oh, another derby.
The Derby.
The Q Clash. Oh. That is a round of ground, if everyone's seen it.
Boy, that, do you know
Ground
what that
round.
is? I'm going to be at home this weekend. The missus is going on a weekend away.
Mate,
I've got the twins.
really?
Yep. I've got the
Home
twins.
Sunday, though, obviously.
Yeah, she's coming back. Well, Mother's Day, I think it's about them doing what they want, and it's nothing to
100%.
do with being at home with screaming kids and stuff.
I was
don't
just
think.
thinking away, you might be on.
Well, I think she's coming back maybe lunchtime, so I might be able to have it on and just watch in the background on silent. But
Righto. Not that that's what it's about.
I'm looking forward to this weekend of footy just because there is so many that could
Yeah,
we're
fuck
making
yeah.
ground.
Scully Park. I'm keen for Skull.
Fuck yeah.
Skull's going to go off its
Get
head.
out to Scully Park if you're fucking around.
It's in Tamworth, West
Is it?
Tamworth. Or
Get
something.
out there.
So if you're around that region, head out to the Skull.
Fucking oath. Get around Scully. Skull a few at Scully.
AFL.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
Thursday night.
Here's a cracker.
Carlton versus
Cracker.
the D's. This is a fucking cracker.
Cracker. Carlton to bounce back for me.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
think,
same.
big win by Melbourne. Oh, it's hard though because both of those games that they played last week would have taken it out of them. But you
right.
should be used to that as a Melbourne side, having
think-
to back up again.
The fact that Carlton have lost the last two against two big teams in big games.
It's a must win, you reckon?
It's a must win.
Oof.
And the
I'm going
D's are just a slightly bit more inconsistent. So I think they'll crash this week.
Go on,
Carlton
Melbourne.
win.
Yeah, I'll go.
I'm
D's.
going the Blues.
Purely just because it's close and you went the other ones.
This is psycho odds.
Yeah,
Percentages.
that is
but-
wild. I think it's purely because it's that kid in you.
I know, but
Friday
fuck
night.
me.
Cat's taken on Port.
And Port got pecked the fuck out of last week.
There are some serious peck wounds.
They got holes
coming
in
to-
the head from getting
Oi.
fucking pecked.
True.
And boys, it's not massive, but it's still a long trip.
Is it?
To Geelong?
Is it that long?
Not that long, but it's
How
still
long?
a
Fucking hour flight.
yeah, long. What if they take the bus?
I'm
Big
going
mistake.
Geelong at Cardinia.
Yeah, same.
Yep,
They should bounce back as well.
definitely. And then you
Here
got
we go with a long
this is long
trip west.
Freo and the Swans.
I think long.
Oh,
do ya?
Are you going
Freo.
Freo? Well, I'm
Yeah.
going
Wow.
with the narrative of the long. I'm going to go Freo as well.
I'm going
This
against the long.
is a
because
ground
Sydney
maker.
Sydney are one of the best
What do you reckon
teams in
swans
the
are meant to fly?
Yes. Fuck a plane. They're flying themselves over. It is, yeah.
Copy.
I think Swans will take
Well, I'm with
$1.70
Brokers
odds
long.
though. And then $2.20 for
I know.
$2.15
Look,
I'm making up
Freo.
ground
Whatever
in
you
both.
back.
I'm ground making.
Yeah, same.
And I'm doing it back to back ground makers here.
I'm not that confident.
Oh, it's a long trip from Melbourne to Tassie.
We love Tassie though.
That is your fucking
Hawthorn
state.
love Tassie.
no.
do.
I'm going.
You love Launceston.
Righto. Well, I'm just liking we're very inconsistent and St Kilda are also. So hopefully we're the opposites on
But
Saturday.
I'm thinking you used your win last week, so now you got to have a month
yeah,
off
but
the
we
wins.
love back to back sometimes, you know.
Fuck off.
Dude,
Any
yes.
chance to say that? I'm going to go Saints. But that actually might be my groper each way this round.
Oh, yeah.
I wish
Just
we could
because
do
it's
that.
at Launceston.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tassie,
To make
man.
an app next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
Gropers
fuck
each way.
yeah. Thank you away.
And then Saturday afternoon, Bombers take on GWS at Marvel.
I like that 20% of ESPN have gone the Bombers here.
Few
'Cause
close wins.
That means 20 of yous are going down. I'm
GW.
going GW
Me too.
because they will bounce back.
They have to.
Did they have Green and that on the weekend? Because I remember they went to the fucking tribunal.
they
and
definitely had
shit.
Jesse Hogan. I don't know if...
I think Green was rubbed out, man. They had
Let me
no
quickly
Toby.
check.
That-
He might have got 2 weeks for what he did, actually. No, Toby Green played.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Matt Mobby. No,
No,
sorry.
the other
that's-
Green played.
No, that was Toby Green. Number 4.
There's
yeah.
a Tom. Oh,
There's
really?
a Tom Green and there's a Toby Green.
it's a real pain
Tom
in the
Green got
arse.
subbed out injured.
Right.
But
Well, anyway.
Yeah, I think
I'm-
Essendon have had a few close games too. They're going to be worn out. It's a long
They'll
trip
probably
back home.
fucking win the cunts.
So, no, I think GWS got this.
Yeah, and now this is a ground maker, I reckon, if you want to take the punt. I won't be, but Richmond against the Dogs. The Dogs were shit.
They
and
looked very
Richmond have
average.
been up and down. No, I'm going the Dogs, but look, if you need to make ground.
I'm going
If you
the
were a
Dogs.
ground maker, then you could make ground here. But
It's
we
just
won't
real
be.
uphill ground, that one.
And then these next two just fucking
Yeah.
pick themselves.
Yep.
Gold Coast against North. Collingwood against West Coast.
Yep.
It's not a long, so it's that.
Why the fuck
They're
are
playing at
Collingwood playing at
Marvel.
Marvel? Yeah.
That's weird.
Have they ever played there as a home game?
Oh, and then the boys are at the nest ready to pick the fuck out of the rooters. Peck them, sorry. Swoop and peck the shaggers.
I've got them too. I've picked Adelaide. I thought, like I actually wrote down, I feel like this could be the ground maker of the round to pick the Lions. Last year's grand finalist. But
We're on a roll.
I'm going for the Crows just because it's at Adelaide Oval. But look, mate, the 33% of years that have gone the
Mate.
Lions, that's a good punt.
The nest is
Yeah.
clean. We're swooping. We're pecking. They're fucking.
If you had to look out of the last 3 games, you had to take a stab at the away team, you're going the Lions.
It is, yeah. I think I might go Crows as well. Look, we all got in the Crows last week, so
Let's
it
go.
They
worked.
got up and about.
Keep it
Back-to-back
rolling.
home games.
Yeah, it's because I'm pumping their fucking tyres up. Let's
Yeah.
go.
The merch, you're 1 from 1 with the merch. Surely that's good omen.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go and put those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put those odds on though, for both.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just got a feeling.
Big.
Got a feeling this week.
Tingling in the nuts.
Yeah. Right, there's the tips.
Squeeze
There's the tips.
Yeah, fuck yeah. One of our biggest supporters, Jace, actually.
Fucking
Been
oath
with
they
us from
are.
the start. Ash and the team down in fucking Mexico. Sick of taking glass camping, fishing, so they fixed the issue and they made one of these. It's in me hand. It's a standard squeeze. You've all used one.
Can't talk it up enough.
Cannot.
Literally love this product and use it regularly.
You've used it without realising with two-stroke oil or Roundup.
Yeah.
So why not
How
use
handy
it
is it?
for piss?
I'm about to fire the fire pit up, boys.
Yep.
And sitting around it, I will have that parked next to me, tipping them straight into the 4-in-1, which you can also get from there or our
Yep.
website too. But it is a great product and we fucking love it.
They've thought of everything too. You can get spare lids, you can get stickers and all
Different
that. to put
sizes,
your-
depending on what you want to put in it.
different sizes for like to put all the whole bottle in,
Yeah.
and also different pouring chambers as well.
And
So if you want to put we want a 60 ml chamber, which is a double shot.
If you want a
get
big
it.
fits
fucking
in your
night,
fits
you
in
can
your
get a bigger
pocket
bottle.
if you want a superpower, a Coke can at an event.
That's
Yes.
right. You got the mini squeeze here.
So Reggie
Beautiful.
15 is our code on their website. Make sure you use it because if you're going to buy something, make sure you use it because that's how Ash and the team at the Squeeze can see that people are supporting them from us. And
As well
support
as you're
the legends
losing
who
money
support
if you
us.
don't use it.
You know what else was awesome? Shout out to you. Forgot your name. But whoever posted in there, giving their customer service a rap, posted in the RRLC,
I did see that.
that is so perfect.
And it
because-
shows that they are a company like ours where we pride ourselves on customer service. So do they.
Yeah.
They're a family-run business who prides themselves on customer service because that's what keeps people coming back. That's what you got to remember. These guys are like us, battlers out there having a fucking red-hot go.
to
and
put
they're
it in
great
their
people.
butt and to, give him props for it was perfect.
And Ash saw
sure.
it and he
Ash,
replied too.
exactly. Ash
that is
sees it.
just what
He
they are
goes,
like.
hey, the Reggies love us.
Fucking legends.
Which
So
we
get
do.
around them this fire season because it's perfect.
Oh,
Fucking oath.
yep.
Now, I just thought referees in the NRL
Hmm.
might be a good shout. Didn't want to single anyone out, but yeah, unless we got to somewhere else during that episode.
It's Poms in cricket season and refs in NRL season normally.
We
That's
haven't
just
really
the
given it
go-to.
to a fucking ref.
Nah, well.
Not, yeah.
I can't really think of anyone by themselves, to be
Klein had a
honest, this week.
stinker. Casey Badger had a stinker.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name in the
Belinda.
Titans game. Yep.
Belinda Clark.
She
Stinker.
had a stinker as well. I think from Friday night onwards, it was like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
You're being
Stinker.
very squeezy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very.
So I'm happy to give it to him.
Just refs.
We could even
Just NRL refs,
just
yeah.
give it to the bunker because actually the refs. Because sometimes these refs are copping it for the decisions at
there's
the bunkers.
The refs are in the bunker.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Everyone.
What did
in
you
that-
say? What
in
did you
that-
say,
yeah,
Jace?
So
There
in
was
that Tigers Dogs game, there was 3 challenges by the Tigers that they won.
3 successful challenges.
That's
Usually
not
says
normally. That's not.
No.
you've made a few bad ones.
Yeah.
Usually at the end of the
Oopsies.
game, it should be just 0 and 0. Shit challenges. The ref saw it and got it right. But when you've got 3 wrong that the player knows,
Yeah.
it's like, that's just a stinker. And look, everyone has stinkers. I have a stinker at work. Players have stinkers that
You
they
have a
not.
stinker every
ref-
weekend, reffing cunt.
That's right. So when you have a stinker, you're going to get told
Yeah.
you were shit.
Mate,
Yeah,
and that's all
Casey
there
and
is to it.
Belinda can have a fucking stint on the
touch-
sideline.
yeah.
That's right.
Lifting
Grab
the
yourself a
flag.
squeeze while you're at it.
And they'll
'cause
work their
yous
way back in.
Collectively are squeezes of the week.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Get that in you.
And then they'll be back better than ever.
That's right. Now, another major supporter of ours, proudly on each sleeve of the fucking these fine jerseys. Knuckler, country trucker caps, proudly supporting us, makes the best hats in the fucking land.
You've all got them.
You've all got them. Anything that comes from us that fits on domes comes from the Knuckler. And we're very proud of having him on board. So if you want to support him, countrycompanies.com, thecountrycompanies.com is where you go for all of Knuckler's designs. There's some rippers. And if you want to make your own, countrytruckercaps.com is where you go. Literally design anything for Bucks parties, fucking any other parties. Your businesses, great to get fucking trucker caps for your businesses and your workers to wear. Hit him up and fucking make sure you support him too because he supports us.
Absolutely.
Captain.
Well, Jace brought up before that James Sicily dislocated his shoulder, stayed out there, kicked the game winner.
Beautiful.
Captain of his team as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Plays for Hawthorn.
And the
He's
biggest
getting
win of the year.
ticks everywhere for me.
That's great. I was thinking the legend who fucking bought a jersey off us that is a small. He
That
was
is a
never going to
great
fit in
shout.
to support our show.
Exactly.
That'd be my shout. Sporting wise, this bloke
Nah.
just being. a
Don't
part
worry
of the
about
community.
Sis. He'll do something else. And
Well,
during the year.
Sicily is captain every week.
He'll win us.
So
He'll
Do
win
you
us
have-
an elimination
Do
final.
you have
or
his
something later
name?
in the year?
On
So.
it? What's his name?
Yeah, here, Drew Irwin.
Drew Irwin.
that's
Drew
right.
Irwin.
Great
Oh,
last name.
Croc. Fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking the Croc gets captain
Croc
of the
gets
week.
captain
Fuck yeah.
On
for
your Croc.
buying us small, even though it was never going to fit in,
And
just
mate,
to support
look,
us.
We'll have a look round the fucking, around
see
the
what
back,
we can do.
around the back
We
cupboards
will
and
see what we can do.
maybe get on you.
We'll work hard.
On your Croc.
Fuck yeah, Croc. Hey, that was great, boys.
Great show.
Had a
I had a
blast.
fucking great time then.
Had a blast. Hope
Absolutely.
you did too. We'll wrap it up there. Thanks for everyone tuning in, and we'll see you Friday morning for the Punch Show.
We
All
will.
the very best.
Hooroo.